Let's make this episode a special one by just being ourselves and loving ourselves just the way we are. Lego. Hey, we got Laila Ali with a uh, Mike Tyson punch out, knockout, 3 flash uppercuts. And uh, Clarissa, you out of there. And I fuck with you, Clarissa. But you out of there. She got you. Let's get straight into it. I've been watching it. And I gonna not make the video, but I don't know how to do this. They may flag it, and I may not even get it up. But let's go. Let's go.
There has been a whole lot of talk about the possibility of me making a comeback to boxing.
Ooh,
and people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now.
Mm-hmm.
And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back?
Yes.
And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer.
Okay.
But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here, while others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without having all the facts.
So classy.
Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negativity, drama, and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
And
That's not going to happen.
Come on now, listen. Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Right. See, why is she talking about Ann Wolf? She done got talking about Ann Wolf. How Ann Wolf will knock Laila out. Well, shit, if Ann Wolf is the motherfucker, shit, sound like to me you need to go fight Ann Wolf ass. Fuck fighting Laila Ali. Oh, so pretty ass. Go fight Ann Wolf. Oh, so crazy ass. And yeah, it'll be a little something different then.
Now, I have been busy working on other projects that required all of my time and focus, which is why I'm just now saying something. But honey, I have made the time to address this. So today, the bad guy ain't getting away.
Nope.
Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years, what got us here. Now I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing, so let me show you some receipts.
Come on.
I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal. At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics a second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. Now at the time, I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado, and did a full sit-down interview with her. Now, this is just a shortened version of the 6-minute piece that aired on CBS in 2016.
Okay. Did that.
I know that when I was fighting.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, he was telling her to take out the Layla. That's what he was telling you to do. Right. Okay. Mm. Yeah.
You can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight. When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her about the challenges that I faced fighting at 168, where there was limited competition, and I suggested that if she decided to turn pro, she should consider going down in weight somewhere around 148, where she would have more competitive challenges. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat, and get into elite next level shape.
See that
I
body
pointed
fat.
her in the right direction, and I had high hopes for her. Whether she
But we're not gonna fat shame over here.
decided to turn pro or not, I felt like her future was bright if she played her cards right. But of course, at the time, I was not aware of her divisive, vindictive, and malicious nature.
Yeah.
And I know those are strong words, but
Yeah.
they actually fit. This girl has created a pattern. It's been directed towards many people time and time again. Now, before we started our interview in Colorado, she said to me, "You're the name people say when it comes to women's boxing. You're the face they know. I want that to be me."
I want that.
Now,
Come
looking
get
back
that.
after everything that's unfolded, it seems pretty calculated now. Like she was waiting for the right moment, the right excuse to finally do what she'd already made up her mind to do. I mean, that's how it feels now. She told me she saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted my spot. And she's been on a mission to ruin my reputation ever since, simply because she heard me make a comment that was not about her and she took it personal. Fast forward to 2018, I was promoting my cookbook, Food for Life, and went on The Breakfast Club, a national show with millions of listeners. I did a 36-minute interview, and when the topic of boxing came up, I actually mentioned her and made positive comments. Then much later into the interview, I was asked about the possibility of a comeback.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun?
You still train?
Stay training. I see it. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Me either. Okay. And that's where she's talking about the disrespect came, because she said, I don't see anyone there that give me a challenge. But what the hell is she gonna do? Come back, fight one fight, and then go back out of retirement? Like, oh, okay, Clarissa. No, she let you get your shine, and she passed it out to you, hand off. Go on. And she come back and say, we got Clarissa Shields, but she's not finna come back and fight you one time. And ain't no disrespect to you. I'm not finna come out of retirement and fight you, then go back in retirement. And every time somebody pop up, I gotta come out of retirement. No. Uh-oh. See what I'm talking about? Where the shade at? Why she get mad over this? Like, this is crazy. You come back repping you, talking about you, passing you the ball.
At the time, we were on good terms.
Yep.
She was reaching out to me and referring to me as Big Sis.
Hey, Big
but
Sis.
this was her response.
I watched the Breakfast Club video with Laila Ali. You know, I have so much respect for her, you know, and I like her. I actually call her my big sis, but it was so many shots thrown. Like, if y'all really paid attention, you know, her saying, oh, there's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the #1 in my weight class. And, you know, I'm just like, you know.
She came back and gave you props. I fuck with you, Clarissa, but damn, you tripping.
Nah. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, she gave props where it's due, but, you know,
she
she also spoke on how, you know, what I'm doing for women's boxing is great, but it's not great enough for her. And it's like, we got two different goals.
I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear her say nothing about it wasn't great enough for her. So, no, I didn't hear that.
Goals and sets in life. You know, me winning 2 Olympic gold medals is just the beginning. You know, even when she was boxing, she never fought on Showtime, HBO. I fought the main event.
Probably because Showtime, HBO, they wasn't fucking with no goddamn women boxing back then. That ain't no probably for sure. They wasn't fucking with no women boxing. They were like, fuck that.
On Showtime, I don't know how many times now, you know, fastest woman to win a world title. I did it in 4 fights. You know, and yeah, you can say, oh, the competition isn't there, and this girl wasn't that. But like I did it up in 4 fights, and so the girls that Laila Ali fought wasn't, you know, that great either.
4 fights. Yeah. What's it like? You ain't even had a career yet. Like, you done fought 4 times. You think you've had 4 fights and want Ali to come back and fight you because you done had 4 fights. That don't even make no sense.
I mean, like, I'm the best female boxer that I've ever seen, and, you know, if Laila Ali wants to come back, we can rumble, we can go. You know, this is not like, oh, I'm gonna step away. Like I respect her and everything, but
no, you don't.
Know, you're not gonna come back and beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can happen. You know, I just don't like the disrespect. And this is my last video too about this.
That's her last video, but she made about 100 million more.
You know, I never used her name to try to be like, you know, try to call her out of retirement. It's basically like she talking about she come out of retirement, she just gonna beat me if she decided to.
Now, of course, I didn't respond to this, but I noted it. For someone who hardly had any experience as a professional boxer and was supposedly looking up to me, for her to think that I would even call her name in a conversation about me fighting or making a comeback was silly to me. Especially since I had literally told her that I retired from boxing because I didn't feel inspired or challenged anymore by the level of competition that was available to me. We had that talk. So I learned a lot about her character and her mindset. She took what I said out of context and made it all about her. I decided I was no longer going to invest time or energy into her. But she, on the other hand, she took it straight to social media, started comparing her boxing skills to mine, making negative comments about me, and pitting herself against me in a fight. A year later, I was doing press for my show Homemade Simple on OWN, so I went on Sway Universe, another syndicated national show with millions of listeners. We were talking, he asked me about boxing, he asked me about her, I said positive comments as usual, then he plays one of her visits.
Yeah.
Are you watching?
Yeah.
You like Clarissa?
I do. I think that.
Now he is setting the stage for some bullshit. Like, yeah, now that she not cut like me. She ducking. She ain't fight Ann Wolf, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you keep on talking about Ann Wolf. Why the hell you ain't trying to fight Ann Wolf? You keep on talking about Laila Ali. She just want to be Laila Ali. Everybody not talking about Ann Wolf. If you think Ann Wolf is best, go fight Ann Wolf. If she better than Laila Ali, go fight Ann. Shit. I fuck with you though, Clarissa, but you ain't making no sense, goddamn. Uh-oh. Yeah. 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 Uh, talking about this ducking Ann Wolf and all this disrespect. That's when she got crunk. When she heard that clip right there, that's when she got crunk. Not that Breakfast Club clip. That was okay, but okay if you want to say this when she got into it. True. Mm-mm. Need to go to Miss America. I would have took up on that offer.
I disrespected her. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade. And of course, she's twisted the story over the years and taken my comments out of context. Now, according to her, I just started talking about knocking her out just out of jealousy.
False.
Now you've seen what I said, what she said, how this started, and you can see she pitted herself against me in a fight. Ooh. Now I know some of this younger generation may not be familiar with me, but I've never been one to just talk about things I can't do. When I said that I would knock her out back in 2019, it wasn't any different than what I've said to anyone who's challenged me in the past. You can go back and look at tape on me.
Yeah.
That was not just talk for me, it's what I did.
Yeah.
TKO, KO, it didn't matter. I was gonna stop you. It wasn't going.
Yeah. Damn.
Respect, that's boxing talk. Back then in 2020, right, I did get to a point where I was ready to get back in the ring and show her why, even though she is talented. I said it back then and I'm saying it now, but she could never outbox me.
You could never.
High-level promoters did reach out to me directly and we had some serious conversations about me making a comeback. Now, of course, she was never even involved in any of those discussions. Then COVID happened, you know how that was, and it all went away and I left it alone. Now here is just a small glimpse of the narrative that she's been building over the years.
But I feel like Laila Ali has always been kind of envious of me. I'm just so accomplished in women's boxing, and she never got that due diligence and that respect. So to see me getting it kind of pisses her off. So you look at who she fought. Her biggest test was freaking Vonda Ward and Christy Martin. And Christy Martin weighed in at 140 pounds, and Laila Ali was 160. Like, how are you making matches like that? So Laila Ali is a hater. That's it. Nothing but her being a hater and her being, envious of my success and what I've done for women's boxing. And she feels like she deserves that credit because everybody kind of give it to me now.
Where the hell is she coming up with this stuff from? Like, who telling her this? Like, why? Like, if that was the case, she would have never, ever, shouted you out, had you come while she giving up Pops the award. Like, where is this coming from?
I think that she's like, but, I'm an Ali daughter and I boxed before her and I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts, and she kind of, want people to keep acknowledging her. She's retired.
She's retired.
She a hater.
She's probably 40.
That's what you doing. That's what you doing. I'd be offended too. If I was I don't want to be. Laila Ali should be offended because she ratchet. You ratchet as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you because I'm ratchet too. But you ratchet is like a motherfucker. Detroit ratchet. I'm Arkansas ratchet. She Detroit ratchet. Let go. Mm-mm. Hold on. Stop again. That's not a good comparison because, no. You is not compared to Laila Ali in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Mm-mm. No, they ain't taking her down. Uh, the hell?
Or I'm gonna let a girl take her blessing. And what that means, I'm gonna fight the young girls coming up, and if they beat me, now they're the best. That's how you do it. My advice, Laila, is you will look a lot better, and people will stop calling you a hater and calling you jealous and old and bitter. If you actually stop hating, bro, you will
She the other one hating.
look better if you was to support the black girl from Flint who made it out the trenches to where she at now. You will look a lot better. She wants to try to make it still seem like she's somewhat relevant in women's boxing.
Hey, now, hold on. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but then when people be saying right here, look at her now. But this people said, hey baby, you ain't broke. I mean, you ain't ugly. You just broke. Like me. I'm ugly right now. Let me get a couple $1 billion. Put me on cover of somebody magazine, goddamn me. Let go.
Boxing, like you let it die.
I don't know what this is.
Never do that. I will pass the torch.
There are hundreds and hundreds of women who have participated in the sport of boxing over the years. They have all made a contribution in their own way. We don't need to argue over who's done more. That destructive crab in a barrel mentality is exactly what we don't need in the sport.
That's true.
Here she is on a recent podcast explaining how she's passing the torch and that she has created a blueprint for success, which she is now sharing with other female fighters. She says that the number one thing they need to know is how to build their brand.
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, she must have forgot years ago she recorded this and said that I gave her the piece of advice that she is now referring to as the most valuable piece of information that you need to be successful. But supposedly I didn't support her and I didn't want to pass the torch.
Laila Ali told me to build my brand, a good brand, and a brand that I want to represent and stand for. And she said, have good people behind me.
See, if she would have stayed like this right here, like very humble young lady, that motherfucking money, man. Money bring out the worst in people. Like money. Just people can't handle it, man.
Who I trust.
So this whole idea that she started about me being jealous because of her accolades and her surpassing me, do you realize that for years, fans have believed that there's so many fighters that are better than me? I mean, they have more titles than me. Multi-million-dollar fights are happening. More money than I ever made, more money than she's making.
Right.
So I guess if I'm supposedly jealous of her, I must be hating on them too, right?
Nope.
Nope, I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have mutual respect. It's all love. She's the only one who decided to make herself my opposition. And she has created this drama and she's kept it going for the past 8 years. People came to know her because she kept calling out my name. She's obsessed with me and she literally cannot keep the name Laila Ali out her mouth.
Big facts.
There are people who will say, she's confident, she talks trash. That's what fighters do. Yes, fighters talk. Nobody did it better than my father and me, and we backed it up.
Big facts.
I've never had a problem with a fighter saying they could beat me or that they think they're better than me.
Gotcha.
That's expected.
Yeah.
I don't consider that disrespect. But what I do have a problem with is a liar or someone who intentionally tries to disparage me in order to gain visibility and respect. As I mentioned in my interview on Sway, about 8 years ago, I offered her sparring during one of our phone conversations. I was like 40, 41. It was just to give her some work. Well, she changed that subject and never took me up on the sparring. So when I mentioned it on Sway, there was a lot of comments from the public because people were surprised that she wouldn't have taken that opportunity. Now, can you imagine if she and I were to get in the ring and spar back then? You know, there would have been camera phones, it would have been recorded. She would have proof of what she could do and vice versa.
That right.
So I guess after the feedback and comments that she saw, she felt the need to take it to social media and put out an excuse.
Hey man, she giving up the business, man. Like very classy too. Like no ratchet shit. Like me. Not none of this ratchet shit, man. She classy. Classy lady. Oh.
That on Sway that if I was so tough that I would have sparred her for brownie points. I am a 2-time Olympic champ. Only thing that matters to me is what happened outside of practice. She talking about practice. Take the Ella talking about practice. I don't care about sparring nobody. I'll get in there and spar and work with anybody. All I care about is fighting. But like I said, she don't really care about women's boxing.
So that was her response. Why sparring? It doesn't mean anything. But many years later, she comes up with a whole new story.
And the thing is, she keeps saying,
we need to find out who Jason Crutchfield is, because he full of shit. Because he in the eyes and ears, and he filling her with this bullshit. That's Jason Crutchfield. I'm going to find out who that motherfucker is, because he full of shit. What kind of love is that? She lied. She lied. She lied. She lied.
Years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down. Now, can you imagine if she and I were to get in the ring and spar back then? You know, there would have been camera phones, it would have been recorded. She would have proof of what she could do and vice versa. I did an interview with Andre for his podcast too before I had a chance to see her episode. And if you go watch her interview, everything's I think this, somebody told me that, no facts. I need you to understand how deep this goes with this girl. Now I know she's on a constant search for validation. She needs to feel important, and it's obvious she's fixated on me. But watch how she sits on The Breakfast Club, the same show she saw me on back in 2018 when I said I wasn't making a comeback. She goes on in 2020 after dragging my name for years and acts like she has no idea why I no longer support her or want anything to do with her. Now, she knows The Breakfast Club is a national show with millions of listeners, so she's careful not to say anything negative about me because that wouldn't fit the story she's trying to sell. Instead, she plays it safe so she can position herself as the victim.
do I want to fight a 41?
Yes. No, you don't. Lies. That's a lie. Well, now. Yeah, she was with you until you start that bullshit. Because you started talking about she dug and smoke, and Wolf will knock her out, and I'm going to knock her out. Well, she probably wouldn't get mad about you, but Ann Wolf and talking about she ain't nothing with Muhammad Ali daughter and all this shit. Yeah, fuck you, hoe. Bam. Now she gonna answer this question. Did you say something about her back in the day? Yes, you are. You. Mask off.
You were a better fighter than her, and I believe that that's where this whole beef started from. That I spoke on that. She hate whenever your name gets mentioned. She still to this day mentions your name. Say how you were scared.
How the hell she know this stuff? She ain't even been around her and talking to her. How do you know what she talking about and what she don't like? Like, how do you know? She ain't fucking with you.
Of her, how you didn't want to fight her, and I don't believe that for 1 second. And she may have a bigger name, but that's because women's boxing wasn't supported how we are now. If Laila Ali came up in this generation, she would not be known. Nobody
Yeah.
would know of her. I know for a fact you would have put Laila Ali ass to sleep. So just because you couldn't do it,
Yeah.
you didn't have the opportunity because she didn't.
Well, let me say, I don't know who the one between Ann Wolf and not Laila Ali, but you don't know that for sure, goddamn it.
Want to sign a paper to fight you? I'm letting you know now. I'm gonna kick her ass for the both of us. Yeah, we all know Laila Douglas and Wolf. We know that. We don't gotta. She know that. Everybody know that.
That's the disrespect. It's literally written somewhere, I think. Like, come on, Clarissa. God damn. I ain't know you shooting. I didn't know she was no hater like this, man. This is disappointing. But that money do make you look better.
Another fighter who used the same playbook. Both of these women have a lot in common in terms of the way they've been able to get visibility for themselves by using my name and making up lies. Since I'm in the season of pulling skirts, I'm gonna go ahead and pull hers too. And I'm gonna do another video on her next. That lie that I would not fight her has been told so many times as if it's a true fact. So I'll be gathering my receipts on her too, since she wants to start talking again. This one is so detached and delusional that she actually praises my father while trying to trash his daughter.
Yeah, we had Laila Ali, but she can't do for women's boxing what I'm.
Yeah. How you talk about her dad is so good, and then you'll talk about his daughter? Like, okay. Last example. I was doing something, and then you giving me praise, but then talking about my baby. Hey, fuck you. Go to hell. God don't put no God in this, because that's a goddamn lie. God ain't said a motherfucking thing. Oh, you talking about Charlemagne the God? Okay, let go.
Keep her name tied to mine because I'm young and popping. Right now, it's my time, and she wants to keep her name connected to mine. Listen, Muhammad Ali would never. Her daddy would never. Her daddy would never. Maybe she don't have that in her genes.
Now, what father would embrace someone like her or want to be associated with someone like her while she's trying to tear down his very own child? My father was the greatest of all time because not only did he have a beautiful, one-of-a-kind style in the ring, he was also a remarkable individual outside of it.
Big facts.
She's a generic wannabe. My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does.
Yeah.
but she has become a disappointment. She is a horrible representation of both the sport and our culture.
Beneficial. Fuck them if they win against you. You don't need them bitches with you. Her man ain't got no balls, so you know his dick little. Not them fake hoes, do it for the real win.
You know his man ain't got no balls, so you know his dick little. Oh man. Now that's what you talking about. Ali would never. Laila, I need would never. In private maybe, but not like that.
I ain't fucked this nigga 2 years still bitching. Girls who think they just so pretty and just because they born light skin that they just all that. That they can come on people's shit talking shit. I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get you.
I think she's talking about damn. I can't think of that young lady name right
Get off my shit. Light skin, red bone. Yeah, get your funny
Baumgartner.
looking ass up out of here. I don't play with these hoes.
Now you have a clear picture of what our relationship was and what exactly happened in the past that led to today. Now, do you believe I'm jealous of her accomplishments?
No.
So in part 2, I'm going to discuss that $15 million offer and finally answer the question everyone wants to know.
Don't do it.
Will I be coming back to boxing to get that knockout?
No.
If you want to know when part 2 drops, turn on your notifications.
I'm finna turn the motherfuckers on now. Ooh. All right. Part 2 be coming. I'll be here for the shit. I'm gonna see if this shit get copywritten or. Cause I don't know everything how to do this, man. Cause they be tripping. Hey, that was a beautiful, beautiful. I've been hearing everybody else say, if this was a jury trial or a trial in court, goddamn, the shit was laid out perfect, and she would win the case. So, but one thing for sure, before I go, Clarissa Shield has not said a goddamn thing yet, and she's usually running that mouth. I don't know if she's trying to go in the archives and try to pull up something, but you better do something because your ass knocked out right now. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Like always, love yourself, treat yourself, don't beat yourself. Holla.